What is going on, everybody? We're back on it. Berserk. Lovely, lovely. Berserk chapter 383. I think it's been about just under 2 months, or right at 2 months since the last chapter. I can't remember the frequency we've been getting them, but it feels like a long time. But I'm like, oh, another chapter's out. That's great. Yeah, you guys just spam it and let me. I saw from a couple of you like Berserk chapter, and I was like, are they asking me? And then I saw it came out like almost 2 weeks ago. So we're jumping into it. We'll see what we get. This cover page looks fantastic. We left off last chapter with not much text. Them kind of like leading Guts to, I don't even know what you want to call it. Not like the afterlife or the graveyard. I mean, he's pretty much he's come to a head at this point. I'm assuming, because like I said, Daiba, I hold Daiba in high regards, mentally and ability-wise. He knows better than anyone. Maybe put like Guts and Shirka and some of the other ones, but like he's up there with knowing like what they're up against. Unless he decides to like switch sides. But if he doesn't, he knows what they're up against, and I would really like to believe that he knows they can't succeed or have a chance at defeating it without this man here. So when Daiba was like, I'll take him, we'll lead him, we'll execute him or kill him or whatever he was saying, I don't believe that at all. But it looks like they've put Guts in kind of like this own spirit level medium. You're gonna work out those things in your head and come back out of here ready to go, or yeah, you're dead. Spoiler alert, he is the main character, so I'm not expecting him to die or anything in here. Let's just kind of see what we get. Quick, oh, I like this little recap here. Guts abandoned all his former aspirations and seemingly invited Rakshas' dagger into his heart. Bearing the cursed brand and cast out from the city, he finds himself on sacred ground. In this holy place reserved only for the Kashan High Priest, he is interred in a stupa. Oh. Is this how Guts meets his end? Yeah. So he's gonna have to go through some mental things. I feel like, I don't know if this is gonna mirror the same thing, but kind of how Casca went, how we had to go like replace her broken pieces. I feel like we might go through something similar here. So let's see what we get. Chapter 383. Just making sure we're recording. So I'm gonna upload this. I'm reacting to it Tuesday night. I'm gonna upload it Wednesday, and I'll just bump JoJo's down a couple hours. So this will come up 12 o'clock on the 30th, and then, or not the 30th, the 24th, and I'll have JoJo's come out at like maybe 3, 4 in the afternoon. So don't fear, we're not skipping JoJo's for a week, especially since we're getting to some good stuff here towards the end of part 3. All right, here we go. Chapter, let's mute that. Chapter 383. 383, correct? Yeah, all right. That shot is great, by the way. All right, he enters. We didn't see anything when he entered. I wonder if this chapter will fully be from his POV. I wonder if there's really anything in here other than it being like a room, and everything that does or doesn't happen is just all within the mind. We shall see. Already starting out, what, 3 panels, no text. We haven't really got much of Guts at all in the last, I don't know if it's that crazy to say, year's worth of chapters? Year worth? Especially in the last 6 months. It's been like a lot of auxiliary pieces. What is this like? Branch, root, brain, vein. Uh-oh. It's happening. It's happening. Again, I'm curious if there's anything actually in here physically that could actually harm him or anything, or it's just all within the mind. Yeah, I don't know what this like world root tree kind of looks. Does this not look like the image of a brain to you here? It's kind of what it looks like to me. We're what, 7 or so pages in? Not a single text. The scroll wheel is going by so fast. I'm trying to savor it and not just like speed blitz it. I don't know what he's experiencing right now. Physical pain, mental. He's really going through. I don't know if we've ever. No, I don't think we've ever seen him like this. We've seen him in mental anguish and pain before, but there was always rage or pain attached to it. It's more kind of like, yeah, I don't, this like brain stem, tree, roots, veins. Man's over here getting plugged into the Matrix. Oh, that's his eye. I was like, what am I looking at here? And I think, was there a panel or two where Shirka took off? She's still kind of like making her way to Casca, which that hasn't even been addressed yet either. Wow, how many pages did we get no text? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We went 6 pages of how many? Not a single drop of text is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let's see what Daiba has to say. It's too quiet. Well, now that is a good question. Oh, whoops, we missed something up here. It's too quiet, Daiba. What is happening in that little shrine? Well, now that is a good question. What? Sir? That is a peculiar sight. Its inside and outside are strongly disconnected. Even my arts cannot easily pierce that veil. Does he have like a metal brace on his leg here? I don't know if we've ever seen that from him before. Maybe that's what the cane's for. Of course, within is a void. What madness might its darkness bring forth? You old fiend, will you talk sense? Nonsense. Alright, now we're over here speaking in real. In darkness, without sight, without sound, there is but one thing to do. Think. There is not to gaze. There is not to gaze into, but the self. Correct. You're there with your mind. When you're in the dark, and there's no sound, light, nothing, and it's just you, you're just in your head. That's why people are so afraid of the dark. It's not, I mean, of course there's things in the dark, but like, you're mostly just freaking yourself out. You can't sit still with your thoughts. I'm really hoping we get to see what's going on in his head before this chapter ends. What is running through his mind at the moment? He's almost reaching out for it. I don't even know what these are really supposed to be representing here. Just waiting for a god hand to like appear for no reason at all. We're seeing the light. Finally, the chapter's gonna end and we're getting like our first dialogue. He's seeing what? Now I'm curious here. Is this... Because this is pre-eclipse Griffith, pre-eclipse Casca. To him, is this like what he longs for? What's his happiest memories? What he wishes could be or should be? Or the only thing that may or may not give him joy? It's a great shot, by the way. Yeah, okay, that was great, and now we're kind of getting a little, That's how we start fueling the rage again here in a minute. Does that look like Zod to you? A little bit. It's gonna end. He's getting consumed by whatever this is. Again, if it's happening in his head or if it's physically happening, he's getting consumed by it. Now, we don't know what the point is of like, okay, you've been fully consumed, there is no coming back. I wonder if he even feels like he's almost drowning. Swallowed by the black, what will Gut see as he sinks ever deeper? Okay, whatever this like cloister over here is, and then it just ends. I'd almost wish, and I'm not one to complain, like I'll appreciate a Berserk chapter, but if it wasn't for the 2 or 3 minutes intro, that didn't even take me 5 minutes, and I don't feel like I was like speed blitzing the scroll wheel either. It's just only so much you can really absorb and look at. Just give me a little bit more text. But I say that to say, I almost wish like if this is the chapter that they were going to put out, double it up for me. Give me 383. Like hold, I'd rather you hold this. Again, I don't know how long it takes to do these chapters, because again, I don't know what they got going on artist wise, what they have story and plot wise already written out, if they still have to like kind of mind map anything. I don't know. But I would almost rather wait another 2 months. Make me wait till Thanksgiving-ish time. If I could get 383 and a 384, if this is what 383 was going to be, which is a whole lot of nothing. I feel like for the most part, we kind of already talked about this at the end of 382, of like what this would be. And it's going to be a lot like he either comes out from it mentally or he gets fully consumed by it, and that's pretty much what Dive is hinting at. Like he has to be in there with his mind. I don't know why this place specifically, as opposed to like just lock him in a dungeon and let him be in there with his mind. So I don't know what this shrine thing kind of brings out, but that's all we got. We got not a ton. 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to count the one words. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. We got 10 word bubbles total. Across what, 14 to 15-ish pages? The artwork looks great. There's just not really much to discuss, because I feel like we were all kind of on the same page of like, this is what was going to be happening in there. I do think this is interesting when we kind of get like the finally, like we kind of see the light, which to me, like when someone's seeing the light, that's like the joy, what they long for, what they want, what they're searching for. And to me, this looks like pre-eclipse Griffith and a pre-eclipse Casca. Like to him, that's the end goal, or his best memories, or the best times, or something he wish he could go back to. I have no idea. But then it quickly switches to like, oh, he has her unclothed, taking her. This clearly looks like Zod, that they're right. Like we go from like, oh, finally, like this is what I've been longing for, to like this was actually the reality of it. And then he ends up getting consumed. So we'll see. Like I said, I think it might be similar to a Casca thing, where we kind of had to like a little by little piece her together, and that like in her mind. The thing is, though, we had others in there helping to piece her mind together. He's just going to be going through this solo. And that's pretty much where we'll leave it at. I mean, I apologize that the video is going to be sub 15 minutes. I just feel like that what more can we really squeeze out of this? I thought there's not really much to discuss. I feel like a lot of it is what we expected already when we ended off like, oh, he's going in there and he'll either come out or he won't mentally. And like if he doesn't come out, they're like he physically won't come out of there. Like he'll either return and be healed within here, or he'll never come back ever. I feel like we had a pretty good understanding of that. We get a little bit of dialogue, and I don't know if that's the joy or that's what he wants or whatever it may be. And that's where we end up ending it off at. So we'll see. I'm curious your guys' thoughts, because I kind of had said, you know, I'd rather them hold if a chapter's like this, or if you have 2 chapters like this back to back, like 382. Like I would have rather them held 382 and 383, stretch it another 30 to 45 days, and just give me both. If like the text and like the imagery was going to be that lacking. So we'll see. I'm very curious to see if and when he starts to finally get into like the depths of his mind, the dialogue that they'll give with it. And yeah, if you're just here for Berserk, I'll go ahead and leave it there. Again, apologize that it's so short. I just don't want to sit here and like milk and milk and milk when there's nothing to really gain from. So I'm curious your guys' thoughts on this. I don't know you guys are a little more plugged in than I am as far as like news and things like that. Is there any, with this being released, is there any hints of like how many more chapters we may be expecting for the year? Any for the year at all? If so, is there any dates on that? Any idea when the story might be fully ending? How many chapters it'll take to get there? We'll see. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, and as always,